My respected brothers of Islam, Quran was a means introduced in the society of Islam, in the Islamic society, so that believers can stay away from Quran, so that disbelievers cannot listen to the Holy Quran. And this is exactly what is happening. The reason why we see decline in Ummah of Prophet ﷺ is because we have disconnected ourselves from the words of Quran. And why have you disconnected ourselves from words of Quran? Is because every day we tend to listen to music, and this music has disconnected ourselves from Holy Quran. My respected brothers of Islam, this music, this evil, is so common that now people do not regard music as evil. Where's the shame gone? A person who commits a sin, he feels remorseful. There's a chance he might repent and come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if a person thinks music is a fashion, and then they want to listen to it and make others listen, and there's no remorseful effect in his heart, he doesn't feel ashamed, then how is he going to repent from this evil? And how is he going to be influenced by the words of the Quran? Music is such an evil. It is so common. From the morning we wake up, from the mobile phones we have, whilst we go into shopping in the supermarkets, whilst we sat in a taxi, in airports, we're ringing in business, and they put you on hold, this music. All this music, why is it? Because they knew in order to hold the hearts and the minds of people, it is only through music. But respected brothers of Islam, let us come to the Quran and Hadith of Prophet ﷺ. Let us understand what music is, so that if any one of us, brothers and sisters, who have the habit to listen to music, I urge them to do tawbah at this very time, and do tawbah from this listening to this evil, and come back to the Holy Quran and start listening to the Holy Quran. Let me begin one hadith of Prophet ﷺ, narrated by Imam Tirmidhi radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and other muhadithun, narrated by the authority Hazrat Imran bin Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, that the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam was sat with his companions, and then he began to say, "O my beloved companions, my ummah shall experience the swallowing of people into the ground, the metamorphosis, the changing of the people into animals, and the showering of stones and rocks upon them. My ummah will witness this." The companion said, "O beloved Allah, when shall this happen? When shall the earth swallow the people? When shall the people, the ummah, turn into animals? When shall Allah descend His adhab upon the people?" He said, when musical instruments, or when female singers, or when alcohol will be common. When these three things will be common, the earth will swallow the people, the ummah, and Allah will shower His adhab upon the people by showering stones and rocks upon the people. Another hadith of Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, my respected brothers and sisters of Islam, if you do not understand the evil, the punishment of listening to haram, to listening to music, what effect it has on your heart, then let me tell you, the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam said, when a person listens to music, we think it has no effect. We think it's only music, it is not drugs, we won't be intoxicated. It's not alcohol, you won't be intoxicated. It's not adultery. Let me tell you what the effect of music will have on the hearts of the believers. The Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam said, when a person listens to music, then nifaq, hypocrisy, darkness will grow in his heart like rain grows crops. Like without rain, we don't have crops. Similarly, music will grow nifaq in your hearts. And that is why, when we tell you not to listen to music, you turn a blind eye. Don't play music during weddings. They laugh at you. Come Maulana Sahab, you're in 21st century. This is the fashion. This is what we need in this day and age. What are you on about? We don't need music in weddings. My respected brothers of Islam, let me warn you that when you listen to music and when you make others listen to music, all the adab you have to be given to you in Yawm al-Qiyamah, and you'll be questioned on the Day of Judgment. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks you, yes, you will listen to music yourself, but why do you make others listen to music? In weddings, you want to hire cars, you want to get the latest CD, DJ, the jazz music, the classical music, and then you want to show off. You want to show off that I'm earning the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that I'm gaining the displeasure of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Is the state of Iman. In the past, how fortunate were the weddings that an alim would come, he would do the tilawat of the Quran. A sayyid would come, he would raise his hand, oh Allah, give barakah to the dwellers of this mehfil. But today, as soon as we park our car, the whole building is moving because of music. Respected brothers of Islam, when you listen to music, it's only not you who's listening to music. The angels are there witnessing and they're writing that such and such a person listened to music. And then the person, the newlywed, they don't do tawbah, they consummate the marriage, and the children are born. The children are born out of evil. What effect will it have in the lives of these children? And that is why the Prophet ﷺ said, the punishment for those who listen to music, and during the punishment for those who listen to music on Yawm al-Qiyamah, if not, then listen attentively. If any of you have got any CDs at home, any music on your iPhones, iTunes, today is the time to delete them for the sake of Allah, so that you can be prevented from the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet sallallahu ta'ala said, the punishment for those who listen to music, that the angels will be asked to go to Jahannam. They will be thrown into Jahannam, and hot molten iron will be poured into their ears. This will continue till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. Hot molten iron to be thrown into your ears just because you listen to this music. Na'udhu billahi min dhalik. This is the state of our iman. The decline of the Ummah of the Prophet ﷺ. I'm not talking about this country, England, or America, or Europe. I myself and brothers went to Egypt, Syria, Jordan, Palestine. Everywhere we see this music. If they cannot see decline in front of them, what else are they going to see? The state of the Ummah of the Prophet ﷺ, why we see today, is because we have disconnected ourselves from the Holy Quran, and that is why when we listen to such talks, it has no effect. Because the heart, there's nifaq upon our hearts. When the Prophet ﷺ said there's hypocrisy in your heart, then no matter what you listen to, whatever talk you listen to, even if I tell you the whole adab of listening to music, it will not move your heart. Because first you need tawbah from listening to music, because your heart is veiled. It's been veiled. There's a parda of this nifaq upon your heart, upon your hadith, Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Don't listen to music. Don't go towards music. Don't go to places where music is played. Boycott those weddings where music is played loudly. This is going to be the greatest sacrifice you can make, even if it's your brother's wedding, your sister's wedding, your family's wedding, only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't go to such weddings so that you cannot be among those who earn the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you do this, and I know it is going to be a struggle, and as we heard, this is the greatest sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The Prophet sallallahu ta'ala said, when a person revives my sunnah, when a person revives my tradition, at a time when it's very hard to be steadfast on deen, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him the thawab of 100 martyrs. 100 martyrs. Understand the weddings. I've stopped going to weddings. It's because what can I do? There's weddings, music being played. And then you don't even have a shame that an alim comes, a scholar comes, a Hafiz Quran comes, stop the music. No. They carry on. What answer we give to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? It is necessary for our youth and sisters to stop this music. Only listen to Na'at Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam and begin to read and listen to the Holy Quran. Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he was the Khalifa, and inshallah I'm going to finish at this point. Sayyidina Amir al-Mu'mineen Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he became a Khalifa, there used to be a young person who every night in Masjid Nabawi, he used to open the Quran and used to recite the Holy Quran. How honoring it is to read the Quran in front of the Sahib al-Quran, the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. That is why Shaykh Abdul Haq Muhaddis radiallahu states, if you want to see the Prophet sallallahu in your dreams, the best wazifa is open the Quran and read the Quran. If you read the Quran with love and affection, then no doubt you will be blessed to see the glorious and the most beautiful face of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nevertheless, this youngster, every night he used to read the Quran. Once what happened? He closed the Quran, he went out of the Masjid Nabawi. It was in the middle of the night. And was he walking towards his house, he heard music and he heard a female voice. And this woman, she came out and she called this youngster into her house. He denied her. I said, I cannot approach this person. And then went to his house. This happened 3 times in a row. He did not mention this to anyone. But nevertheless, he was fallible. He was not ma'soom. Yes, of course we commit sin. Same this youngster, he agreed and went towards the house of this woman who tried to lure him, tried to call him towards the haram act. As soon as this youngster stepped into the house, he remembered the verses of the Quran which he read in Masjid Nabawi. When he heard and when he remembered these verses about Yawm al-Qiyamah, fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala overwhelmed him, filled him. He fell unconscious on the spot. The woman, she was petrified. She was shocked. What happened to this youngster? He's unconscious in my house. She dragged this youngster and put him into the middle of the street and closed the door. Meanwhile, the father, who was a very old man, was still waiting for the youngster to come and said, my son has not come yet to the house. Where is he? So he went to his family members and said, let's go and look out for my son. When they went towards the masjid, why is the one to the Masjid Nabawi? They saw the son lying on the floor. And this has been mentioned in Ibn Asakir in his kitab. This youngster was lying on the floor. And then the father was crying. What has happened to him? He's unconscious. He's fainted. So they took him to his house. And they sprinkled water on his face. He woke up. The father asked, oh my beloved son, what happened to you? He said, oh my beloved father, every night I had a habit to recite the Holy Quran. I had the love of the Quran. But once, this is what happened. I went towards this evil deed, towards this woman. And as soon as I went into the house, the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala filled my heart. I fell unconscious. When he began to narrate this incident to his father, at that very moment in time when he said this, he fell unconscious and he passed away at that very moment of time. The father, he began to weep. The family members, they were shocked. What happened to him? He had passed away. A youngster in his teens. Nevertheless, the father did not want to disturb Amir al-Mu'mineen Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said, it is middle of the night, we don't want to disturb him. Let's bathe him, shroud him, pray his janazah, and let us bury him Jannatul Baqi. How fortunate he was that he was buried in Jannatul Baqi. This youngster, when he was buried, next morning after Salatul Fajr, the old man, the old father went to Amir al-Mu'mineen Umar radiallahu ta'ala and said, oh Amir al-Mu'mineen, this is what happened to my son last night. He fell unconscious, he passed away, and we buried him. Amir al-Mu'mineen radiallahu said, how fortunate is this youngster. If only you could have told me, I could have praised in the Salatul Janazah. Come, take me to his grave. So the father and Amir al-Mu'mineen radiallahu ta'ala anhu, they went to the grave. And Amir al-Mu'mineen radiallahu ta'ala anhu began to weep at the grave of the youngster and said, how fortunate are you that you had the fear of Allah subhanahu in your heart. He began to recite the verses of the Quran. He began to recite Surah Rahman. And he came to the verse, وَلَمَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ جَنَّتَانِ. That those who fear to stand in front of Allah Yawm al-Qiyamah, those who fear to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for them will be two gardens of Jannah. Jannatan. When Amir al-Mu'mineen Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he finished reciting this verse, a voice was heard from the grave and said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me two paradise. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted me two gardens in Jannah because of my fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But respected brothers of Islam, what made it come back to the Holy Quran? It was his love, his attachment to the Holy Quran. This is what we lack today. When's the last time? Ask yourself. When's the last time, let alone opening Quran? When's the last time you had a CD and played it and listened to Holy Quran attentively? When's the last time you opened the Quran, you read the verse of the Holy Quran only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Is Quran only for khatam? Is Quran just for the deceased? No. Hudan lil muttaqeen, Hudan lil nas. This Quran is a guidance for the believers. It is a guidance for the people, and we have neglected this. And that is why we see the state of Muslim Ummah. Saturday night, where is the other people? Where are the other youngsters? Where are the other sisters at this moment of time? The only because they are there and they're not in the masjid is because they're disconnected to the Holy Quran. So respected brothers of Islam, music, take it out of your houses. Never go towards music. Don't be those who listen to music when they are with their friends and they listen to the night when they're with their pious people. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be two-faced people. That when you listen to the music, when a scholar comes, when a pious person comes, you stop the music. This is hypocrisy. Only remember, no one is there, but Allah is watching you. The angels are with you. They are hearing this. Allah is a witness. And He وَقَفَى بِاللَّهِ شَهِيدًا. As the Quran, Allah, He only witness enough for us is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't need any other witnesses. Allah is enough for us that He is the witness upon our actions. This should prevent us from committing any errors. This will stop us committing any haram acts, and this should stop us from listening to music. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill our hearts with the words of Quran. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to listen to the Holy Quran the way it should be listened, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to implement teachings of the Quran and spread the words of the Quran.